3-step foolproof formula to becoming an auto locksmith. So the 3 steps are simply pick and decode. Number 2, we cut the car key. 3, we program the car key. Now that might seem too simple at this stage, but I'm going to get into why it's just these 3 steps. We're only ever dealing with these 3 steps in any part of this business. So let's first show you a visual of that. So we've got step 1, picking and decoding the vehicle. Step 2 is cutting the key. Step 3 is programming the key. Now I'll just sort of show you why it's only 3 steps. So let's say a customer locks the keys inside their vehicle. At that stage, we're just using step 1. So we're coming along, we're picking the lock, opening the door. That's all we're doing. That's step 1. Let's say another scenario is a customer wants a spare key done. We don't have to do step 1 because the car's already open. We've got the key to it. All we're doing is step 2. We're just copying the key by cutting it. And a bit of step 3. We have to program the key, but it's more straightforward. So let's say the third scenario is the customer loses all the keys to the car. There's no other car key that exists that they can find. So here we're using all 3 steps. We're coming up to the vehicle, we're picking and decoding it, we're cutting the key, and then we're programming it. So this is where we're going to focus on scenario 3, but I'll get into that. So picking and decoding, what we do is we download an app which is called the Lishy Tool Selector. So let's say we have a Ford Fiesta 2006. We just type that into the app. That will tell us exactly what Lishy pick we need. These are called Lishy picks on the right here. We select the correct pick. We go up to the vehicle and we pick the lock firstly. So these little lines you can see here, what we'll do is we'll insert this pick into the lock and we'll use those little arms to move along those notches till each notch clicks into place. Once you've clicked the final notch, the lock will open. This is a set procedure that we follow. And this isn't luck. We're not relying in any way on luck. This is a set procedure that always works to pick locks. Once you know the procedure, the lock will just pop open every time. So we follow that. Once the lock's in the open position, we then use the arms to record the depth of each cut in the lock. Then we write that down using a pen and paper. We write the code down. Then we simply take that code, the decoding information, and by the way, that decoding information is the same as the ignition lock. So the door and the ignition obviously work off the same key. So once we've decoded the door lock, that's most of the work done because we've now got the information for the ignition barrel. So we take that information, we type it into our automatic key cutting machine that you can see here, and you just type your decoding information into that. We insert a blank key into the machine, press start, and that will cut the key for us. As you can see, this is all pushing buttons from now on. Very simple. We'll put a little transponder chip in the key, and then we program the car key. What we'll do is plug one of these into the customer's vehicle. We'll select which car it is. Sometimes it will automatically tell us what car it is. And we'll select that car and we'll just press. Normally it will say, would you like to program new key? You just say yes, and that's it, done. So how can you sell $10 keys for $350? So that's what we're going to get into. Firstly, I'm going to go back over the 3 scenarios. So number 1, we're going to be doing vehicle lockouts. So just gaining entry to vehicles when the keys are locked inside. So that's just step 1, very simple. Scenario 2 is when the customer wants a duplicate key or a spare key. They've got an existing key, they just want a copy. We tend not to bother with them because there's not much profit in those jobs, and it's best to leave those for the locksmiths who have a shop and they're just they're based in one location. Customers go to them for the copies. It works out better for both people that way. We focus on scenario 3, which is providing a lost car key to the customer when all the keys have been lost to the vehicle. This is how we can charge $350 per key. Now this little key here, you could get that on eBay for say less than $10. Once you put your little transponder chip in there, it comes to around $10, and we're going to be able to charge $350 for that because we've actually done all that process. We've picked and decoded the door lock, we've cut the key, we've programmed the key. So this is something the customer's never going to be able to do in a million years. And if they go back to their dealership, it's going to cost them a lot more than what we offer. So that's what we do, is we focus all our efforts on lost car key replacement jobs. And that's how you're going to create your own money tap in this business, by focusing all your efforts on scenario 3, which is the lost car key.